Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to work on the Cobblestones necklace to go with the bracelet and the little pendant that we've made. And you guys have made such beautiful colored bracelets and pendants. I just love it. It's fantastic. So I wanted to get the necklace out for you. So this is a pretty simple necklace, and I'm using some of these great drops right here, and I will talk more about those drops in the materials list. All right, so I'm going to clear this off and we're going to get started with the materials list. Let's get a materials list going. So you need two colors of SuperDuos. I'm going with the blues, an 11-0 seed bead. You need some of these Czech 6x4 millimeter drops. Aren't these gorgeous? These are so beautiful. I want to show you how beautiful I think they are. I made a mess of it, but I bought a whole bunch of them. I love these. I think these are so pretty. And they're nice and, sort of thin at the end, so you can get them in most places that you can get the like 3.4 millimeter drops in. So I think that's really cool. They're slightly bigger, which is nice. All right, you'll need a clasp, that color. You'll need a stop bead, size 10 beading needle. Maybe have a 12 handy in case it gets tight. 8-pound Fireline. Don't forget to check the description box for everything, color sizes, everything you need, amounts will be in there in the description box below the video. Click the down arrow, the show more, you know the drill, box will open, all that info will be there. Bead websites, links to beads, everything that you would need. Okay, so I'm going to clear this off and we're going to get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell if you enjoy my videos. Okay, let's get started. So thread your needle with about 5 feet of thread. You'll have to add thread here. Put on stop bead and leave enough of a tail to sew in or enough to sew on your clasp. So I'm going to pick up 4 11-0s. I'm going to drop those down to my stop bead. And I'm going to sew those into a right angle weave unit. So I'm going to sew up through the first 2 beads after my stop bead. So if you've done the bracelet, then you know where we're going. And if not, just we'll hang out and do several together. So this is how my unit is situated. I've got my 4 beads. Here's my tail thread, and my working thread is coming out of this bottom seed bead right here. So doing modified right angle weave with SuperDuos. Just pick up a SuperDuo, and don't forget to check your holes. 3 11-0s. Exiting here, sew through this one. You want to pull your thread right past the SuperDuo, so we're skipping the SuperDuo and sewing up through the next 11-0. So that's the 11-0 past that SuperDuo. And when I pull, it sets that little SuperDuo right there. We'll do it a few times. Pick up a SuperDuo, 3 11-0s, exiting here, sew through this one, pull your thread this way, we're passing that SuperDuo, skipping it, and sewing through the next 11-0. And when I pull, I have 2 SuperDuos on now, SuperDuos, and I have 3 little right angle units in between them. Pick up a SuperDuo, 3 11-0s, exiting here, sew through this one, pull your thread in front of that SuperDuo, passing it, skipping it, sewing through the 11-0 after the SuperDuo. Make sure it turns into a unit. Now we have 3 on. Keep going. SuperDuo, 3 11-0s, exiting here, sew through this one, pull your thread in this direction to make sure it's nice and tight, skip the SuperDuo, sew through the 11-0 after the SuperDuo. And let's do it one more time. SuperDuo, 3 11-0s, exiting here, sew through this one, pull your thread in this direction a little bit, skip the SuperDuo, and sew through the 11-0 after the SuperDuo. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for the entire length of your necklace. So just, go to your happy place and have fun, and then meet me back here at the end, and then we'll turn around and we'll put the next round on. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back. So I have a small piece done, and I'm going to just work with this small piece because I'm not going to have enough of these blue ones to make the whole thing. I have the light blue, but I don't have the dark blue. So we'll just do a small necklace. However, I just wanted to talk to you about the end of the necklace. So when I made this necklace, I went all the way around. So here I made the whole necklace up to this point. So I ended about right there. So it was about 2 inches shorter than my necklace size. And it's sort of a collar necklace. It is a collar necklace. So I held it around my neck, and I was a couple inches short right here because I just wanted to add this smaller bit at the end as my clasp. So my whole clasp is, I consider it from here out. Now, if you want to just come all the way to the end, you can certainly do that too. But if you want a smaller bit around the end where it clasps, then you can do it this way as well. So I just thought I'd mention that. All right, so let me move that guy out of the way. All right, so here's my necklace. And I've come down to the end. I've put, let's say, my last SuperDuo on. So now I'm just going to turn around. So exiting this 11-0 right here. Right here. Just going to sew through this bead. And this one. Just turning around. And I'm going to pick up a SuperDuo. And I'm going to add a SuperDuo in between each of the 11-0s. So just like this. And I'm just making sure my tension is good. You don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want it to bunch up. You just want to make sure you have a nice tension. And sometimes it helps just to hold it like this as you're doing it, having your fingers up here. And that way you're not pulling, and hold your thumb down here. And that way you can put the beads on and you're not pulling in either direction. Your thumb and your forefinger are stopping you from pulling. So just like that. Just going to keep doing that all the way down. I'll do a little bit more with you. You see how I'm kind of pulling it, holding it like this? It keeps everybody straight. So there we go. So it's just going to look just like that. So get that done, and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to sew on my last SuperDuo. So it's going to go right here at the end. And then I want to move this thread up to here so I can put some seed beads there. So in order to do that, we're going to have to sew through this one. Do a little maneuvering here. Down through this seed bead, the next SuperDuo and seed bead. And then I'm going to go one more group. So SuperDuo and next seed bead. Like that. Now I'm going to turn around using this unit right here. So exiting here, right here, I'm going to sew through this one. I'm going to sew through this 11, and I'll move my hand in a second. I'll get it in frame. Here we go. Okay, this one. So I'm just using that interior seed bead unit. Sewing through this one. Sewing through this one. So I've used these 4 seed beads to turn around. I'm going to sew up through this seed bead. So I'm using this seed bead of this unit. So here, sewing through this one and the SuperDuo. Now I'm exiting the SuperDuo. I'm just going to turn around, go through the other hole. So just sew down through the other hole of the SuperDuo. So I just used those interior right angle weave units to turn my thread around. So now I'm going to pick up an 11-0, and I'm going to sew through every SuperDuo. So I'm putting 11-0 in between each one. Okay, and that's what we're going to do all the way down, and that's going to be the top of the necklace. So here, I'll just do a little bit more. So if you're finding that your necklace isn't curving, and it's, you know, it's not going to curve yet. It's going to curve when we put this bottom row on. But if you're finding that they're very close to each other for some reason, and they're bumping or whatever, try 15-0. You know, sometimes a seed bead is, you know, a Toho is bigger than a Miyuki. You know, a Matsuno is going to be bigger than a Miyuki. Sometimes if they're super coated, you know, with different finishes, it makes them bigger. So if you're having trouble with, once you know, so don't sew anything in at the end of this. And if you're having trouble with it curving, because you see it's curving right now, you know, if you're having trouble here, then you can always go back and you can put 15-0s in. The 11-0s should work, but, you know, I just want you to have the option. You can even start it with 15-0s if you want. So a lot of options to make this work. But so far this has worked for me. Just keep going. I love these blues. So pretty. I have the rest of my SuperDuos coming, but they just haven't arrived yet, so I have to remake this one. This is beautiful. I'd love this for the summer. This is gorgeous, the colors. All right, so get that done, and, you know, don't sew anything in yet, and then we'll work on the bottom row and put the clasp on. Okay, we're back. So I've done, you know, as much as I can do, and we're going to add the last round on the bottom, or the last row. So I've just threaded my needle with another thread, long enough to make the whole necklace, because I want to do this whole edge right here. And I put on a stop bead and leave enough of a tail to sew in. You should have enough left over at each end for a clasp, and if not, you can always add thread. So I've put on a stop bead. I've sewn through the first SuperDuo right here, that bottom hole. I'm going to pick up a drop and sew that on. And then an 11-0. So I'm going to be alternating 11-0s and drops. And a drop. Make sure it doesn't get twisted. And 11-0. And drop. And so on. 11-0. And a drop. Just do that all the way down. Just watch, they do tend to get twisted a little bit. It's just the thread that twists around. There we go. Just make sure it sits in there nicely. So just do that all the way down, and then come on back and we'll put the clasp on. All right, seen a few. Okay, we're back, and my SuperDuos came in the mail, so I was able to finish the necklace, which made me very happy. So you're at this point, and just a few things before we continue on. We're going to do this ending right here. You can just add your clasp on at this point and not do this little ending, but I'm just going to show you how to do this. So before you go on, you just want to make sure that your tension is good on your necklace, and you can do that, and you know, and the beads are all in place, you can just like sort of give it a little rub, like this, put it around your neck, shake it out, make sure nobody's kinked up. You still have an opportunity at this point, if you have these threads, where you can tighten them a little bit or loosen them if you like. So mine's looking pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to be working with these beads right here. Just this, the part that goes around the neck right here. So this SuperDuo, you know, the light blue one, and the seed bead and the seed bead on the other side of it. So I have a thread coming out here and a thread coming out of the top. If you don't have those, you just put a thread on, no problem. So I have this thread, it's coming out of this seed bead after this, the light blue SuperDuo. So I've added on a SuperDuo, an 11-0, SuperDuo 11-0, SuperDuo 11-0, SuperDuo 11-0, SuperDuo, and an 11-0. I'm just going to drop those down like that. So it's just going to continue just that top portion, and then I'm going to grab my clasp, which I forgot to put out, so let me get it out. Okay. And I'm going to, I have one 11-0 on there. I'm going to pick up 2 more. Let me make sure that's what I did. Yes. And I'm going to go through the loop on my clasp right here. Like that. I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s, and I'm going to go through I'm going to skip the loop, and I'm going to go down through the SuperDuo after those 3 11-0s, and I'm going to continue all the way down. Make sure I get them all. Right past where I connected. I want to connect it like a few beads in. So here I'm going to exit like that. Okay? And that's just going to put on one side. Then I'm going to make sure these are all facing in this direction. So actually don't even need this thread on the other side at the moment, so we'll just use this one thread. So I'm exiting a SuperDuo on the bottom here. I'm just going to reverse direction and come up through these 2. And then I'm going to add my seed bead. Between each SuperDuo, so you can just use this one thread. You know, or if you're adding a thread, you can always, you know, just use that thread. I'm just going to go through like that, coming out of the hole on the top SuperDuo. I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s through the other ring on my clasp, or loop on my clasp. I'm going to turn it over. There we go. Like that. Pick up 3 11-0s, and I'm going to sew down through the SuperDuo and several beads. Like that. And that's going to put the clasp on. So this other thread, which, you know, we'll just use that thread, you know, to sew up. So you can, so that's a good idea. So take the additional thread that you had right there, sew through all the beads, reinforce, and then come back down. Take the thread you're using, continue. Let's see, where am I coming out? So continue, just continue down, you know, through the beads, just so it's nice and connected. You just want to make sure it feels secure, like that. And then you're just going to take both of those threads, and you're going to, you know, you've come around again and reinforce, and then you're going to sew those threads in. And then you're going to do the exact same thing for the other side. All right, so get that done and come on back. Okay, we're back. So the only thing we have to do is just get these 2 threads here, the ones that are coming out of the drop beads that we put on. So I'm just going to take a few 11-0s here, so let me show you where I am. So here, this is where we added the drops and the 11-0s, so you have a thread coming out there. So we're just going to decorate the end and sew this thread in. So I'm going to pick up 2 11-0s, exiting this side of the SuperDuo. I'm just going to sew through the other side of the SuperDuo, just the SuperDuo, and then down some beads. It's going to add those 2 11-0s right here, and then just keep sewing down a little bit and tie some half-hitch knots. Make sure that it's, you're not, you know, making it too tight. Keep your tension good, like that, and you're just going to do the same exact thing for the other side. So you'll have a thread coming here. So you'll put that on, and then you're done. Okay, so here's your necklace. I hope you enjoyed this. Here's the other one. I wanted to mention, so here's the pendant. So several of you asked me if you could use a 12mm cushion cut, and I did post on Facebook and answered in the comments that you could, but I haven't shown it on video yet. So it's done exactly the same way as the one using the 12mm Rivoli, only the very last round I put 4 beads in between the bicones instead of 3, and it worked out okay. So if you decide you like the look of a 12mm cushion cut, or that's all you have, then go for it. All right? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Be well.